Okay. Hi guys, it's the Distractionist. I am here for the video in Pluto and Leo. So Pluto in Leo would have been right around, if I'm correct with the astrology, kind of around the kind of like midway through the depression if you're in the US, and like World War II, and then like its recovery, like somewhere in there, that time period. It's like somewhere in the 30s to like the 50s from what I've been looking up. And we're coming into Pluto in Aquarius, so essentially Pluto takes about 250-ish years. So essentially, anybody who's born in Pluto and Leo, this will be the last, if not, yeah, this probably will be the last Pluto cycle that they live through. So essentially, anyone who has family in this one, most likely they will be exiting stage left when this Pluto is done, right? So essentially how I kind of thought about it was each generation sees and has the energetics to influence the next third of the astrological wheel. So like my generation, we will be able to maybe influence up until, so Pluto in Scorp would oppose Pluto in Taurus. So most of us will never live to that. Most of us will be leaving around like Pluto in Pisces, Pluto Aries. So we will have seen have collectively put ourselves, collectively help push us around 1/3 of the wheel, and then our kids are going to push us through another like third or whatever, or our grandkids, whatever, are going to push us to another third or whatever. The point is, we never live to see a full revolution, and it's rare if, it takes roughly 120-ish years, 125-ish somewhere years to get halfway through Pluto. It's rare that humans live through that. Like, there are some humans that are in their 110s, but most of us don't get to that point. We could, in my lifetime, I could get there, but it's unlikely based on what we see right now. So Pluto in Leo generation kind of will be exiting. Now, the thing that's interesting about the Pluto in Leo thing is watch out for heart health, because a lot of people could be dying of like heart attacks, heart issues, just heart shit, heart chakra-ish, things that are associated with Leo. So spine, I had to work on my back is fucked up, and I'm a Leo moon too, so it's just like I am not totally thrilled about this Pluto opposing my moon sign. So I can imagine if you had like Pluto in Leo, what that feels like to have this energy like straight opposing you. So Pluto in Leo, I was looking up because I'm just so curious about like politics, and like I'm getting more interested. I think I've said this in like previous videos. I'm more interested in like national charts, nation charts, and I just wanted to see where Pluto in Leo was. I wanted to see a Pluto in Leo nation. I think I found one, and then 2, Pluto in Leo there's quite a few leaders that are Pluto and Leo. So if you were born between like the 30s and the 50s, somewhere in there, like there's a lot of Pluto and Leo leaders, and they're all gonna I'm thinking about Japan, because like he got hit in the heart Okay. Sorry, I just like noticed, I just like realized that he like got like hitting hard or whatever. And I think he would have been a part of that generation. If not, like right on the cusp, like Virgo, Pluto and Virgo. So, yeah, because it was like 67-ish. Like this video just like, we're just gonna leave. Yeah, so the thing with Pluto and Aquarius, opposing Pluto and Leo is, I feel like people crack under pressure, Pluto and Leo, and it's a lot to do with like reputation and a lot to do with like the undoing of reputation. I feel like a lot of Pluto and Leo leaders, if they're political leaders, might lose their shit, or like just scandals and all this other random shit. I feel like Pluto in Aquarius is going to be a really trying time for these people, and it's going to be a really trying time for nations that were going through a lot of redevelopment around that time. So essentially, like Europe, like we need to expect more shit. And it may not be like the situations that are going on now, but I could see like national security, mainly because Aquarius deals with like technology, Uranus, like national security, national like passcodes, national just national stuff, nationality. I'm watching something and they're talking about how like basically the video is called, because I don't know how to pronounce the name of the person, the account. It says how our world and age will collapse very soon. That's the video. But it was like mentioning, I think, the dissolution of the EU, which I wouldn't be surprised by at all. If anything dissolves within the EU or anything fractures, I wouldn't be surprised if nation states like not necessarily change boundaries and borders, but like have to do PR campaigns. Like Pluto and Leo seems really good for PR campaigns. So if your nation needs a like PR revamp, this is gonna be the time where you're gonna really need it, because it's gonna be broadcasted. I want to even be like political media becomes a thing, larger thing, because it has been a thing in the past, but like stuff like that, it could turn into a situation where like I know certain countries, like you can't talk about the political leaders, you can't oppose them. That could be a thing. The panoptic state, the rise of the state in Pluto and Aquarius is something that we'll have to contend with. And people generally, like, reputation will mean like a lot, but it's like, it's almost like, you know how like older generations like need to learn technology and shit like that? Like it feels like that. It feels like every nation that needs to upgrade their technology finna have to do it. There might be like major events that people are just like, how can you be how can you be so stupid as to let this like slip by? This is like a class 5 like issue. How would you let it go by? Like that's how it feels. And the more I talk, the more it's just like, you need to stop talking. But that's how it feels. It feels like that. It feels like Pluto and Leo will be a lot about Europe. It'll be a lot about nations under that influence. So any nation that also formed in that time between the 30s and the 50s. So essentially between like the 30s and after World War II, you might, so essentially places where decolonization happened. So places in the Caribbean will probably start to feel some of the effects in Africa as well. Yeah. It might start to be feel a little shaky because Pluto would be squaring. No, Pluto would be Pluto would be opposing. I'm sorry. I'm just like not thinking about it. I know reparations is an issue, a topic. I don't know if that's coming. I feel like for one country it could. But this issue of decolonization is I think it's in the psyche of the people, and it's got to be revisited. It's got to be revisited because we won't live to see Pluto returns for like Africa, parts of Asia, even parts of Europe, parts of Latin America. Like we're not gonna see it. We're not gonna live to see their Pluto returns as nations that formed literally like 60, 70 years ago or so. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I gotta do like a part 2 to this because I feel like it's all over the place, but this is what I have right now for Pluto and Leo. Those are some of the things that are coming up for me. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Peace.